Welcome back to Diamondback Wash for the Street Rods versus Wagons Showdown Group 1.
I am your host, Mike Hannick, and this is my co-host, Matt Laren.
It's a beautiful day out there for racing, and we're looking forward to bringing you some great racing today.
We better get out of this track before we get run over. Let's get to the driver introductions. Up first, from Massachusetts, we've got Stray Dog from Team Kamikaze and his T-Bucket, weighing in at 62.16 grams.
Up next, it's Sloppy Bear from Sloppy Bear Racing, driving his AMC Eagle, weighing in at 64.44 grams, and he comes from Maryland.
Third up, it's Crazy Canuck, driving for himself apparently, in his used Roadster from Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 45.14 grams.
And last but not least, it's Carl Rucker from HSL Diecast, driving his Volvo 850 Estate from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 64.59 grams.
And they're off already. It's Stray Dog racing away from the rest who are all tangled up back there, and Stray Dog will take the first win.
That was a dominating win there.
They're all picking on Crazy Canuck. He's a little smaller than the rest of them.
And immediately Stray Dog pulled out. All the others are blocking out Crazy Canuck. That was like what they were trying to do apparently. And Stray Dog comes across for 8 points.
It's 8-2 to 2-2 after the first race.
Stray Dog with the lead.
And there they go. It's Carl Recco jumping out. He's crashed though. It's Stray Dog gonna take it again over Sloppy Bear, and Crazy Canuck is stuck on the final jump.
Crazy Canuck almost made it, and here we go back here. It's Carl Recco crashed out all the way on his roof. So we head to the instant replay.
Carl Recco came out lead. He hit the wall and bounced off it and flipped right over. Sloppy Bear was coming in hot, but he crashed into the back of Stray Dog and wasn't able to get around. It is 16 already for Stray Dog. He's leading over Sloppy Bear with 9, Crazy Canuck with 8, and Carl Recco with 4. And there they go already. It is Carl Recco pulling away, and he's going to bounce across the line for the win.
Stray Dog comes in second. We pan back up here
To find the other two stuck in the third sector there.
and it was Carl Recco immediately jumping out to lead, and he pulled away from Stray Dog, and finished in first with a pretty big win there. Stray Dog comes in second.
23 for Stray Dog now, over 12 from Sloppy Bear and Carl Recco. Crazy Canuck has 11, and there they go. It is Sloppy Bear out in the lead. He's going to bounce and crash just before the lines, and so does Carl Recco, and Stray Dog pushes his way across
Never
the
mind.
line.
And it looks like actually
Sloppy
Bear did get across the line. Crazy Canuck just barely got past the 5th checkpoint, looks like.
Let's see this here. So Sloppy Bear pulled out into the lead, but then he crashed right here across the line, which is going to give him a plus point and then a negative point. And then Carl Recco crashed. Let's see it in even slower motion here.
Sloppy Bear had a pretty big lead until he lost control over the final jump and
Bounced all over the place.
yeah, and then crashed over across the line.
Meanwhile, Carl Recco was coming in. He passed Stray Dog and then completely loses control and rolls over. He does not cross the line.
And then Stray Dog pushes past Carl Recco just enough to get by without pushing him across the line.
Takes second place.
It was a chaotic race.
30 for Stray Dog now. Over 19 for Sloppy Bear, 17 for Carl Recco, and 16 for Crazy Canuck.
This is race 5. Here we go. Out in the lead, it looks like it's Carl Recco, but he crashes over the jump, and it's going to be Sloppy Bear taking it. Stray Dog gets stuck over the final jump.
Stray Dog has pretty low to the ground, but he's fast, so normally he's going fast enough to not get hung up on those obstacles.
HSL immediately pulled out into the lead, but as we see here, he goes off the jump a little cockeyed and flips over. Meanwhile, Sloppy Bear takes the lead and takes the win too. It is Stray Dog with 36 points leading it over Sloppy Bear with 27, HSL with 21, and Crazy Canuck with 19.
And there they go. Carl Recco's already crashed out. Sloppy Bear is going to get hung up on the final jump, and that's the furthest anybody made it.
Back here, Crazy Canuck gets stuck behind Carl Recco, and then Stray Dog
Somehow got caught up in that little popsicle. I don't know what happened. He looks like he caught on something. I don't know what happened there, honestly.
It's a popsicle stick, not a popsicle, by the way.
That's like...
Yeah.
And it's still Stray Dog out in the lead with 37.
And the second is Sloppy Bear, and then the others are way behind.
In the 20s, it is Carl Recco with a major crash into the jump. Stray Dog passes the final
Checkpoint there, gets hung up on the jump. And
the
then
others
back
are
here.
strewn all over the track.
Okay, let's look at the instant replay. Carl Recco living up to his name here as he wrecks. And then Stray Dog goes by and gets hung up on the final jump.
Stray Dog now has 43. What a run he's having. Sloppy Bear with 34, Carl Recco with 25, and Crazy Canuck with 24.
This is the final race.
And there they go. Carl Recco's crashed out early. It is Stray Dog gonna come across, and I think we know who our winner is already. Stray Dog with a dominant performance.
Crazy Canuck stuck behind the final jump, and then way back there, Carl Recco. Looks like he
Let's
cracked
see
out
here.
early.
Carl Recco just flips right over there. Stray Dog pulling away, showing why he has been dominating so far. Crazy Canuck can't quite get over that final bump right there. What a run from Stray Dog, pulling out 51 points. He'll be advancing on to the finals. Sloppy Bear currently at 38 on the hot seat for the final spot in the finals. Crazy Canuck with 29, and Carl Recco lived up to his name, crashing out every time except for the first race.
Congratulations to Stray Dog for taking the win here.
And thanks to everybody else for participating. What in the world? Construction crew. They're crazy, and they also may be fired. Crazy Canuck and Sloppy Bear aren't going to be happy. And here's a look at the bracket. It's Stray Dog into the finals. Sloppy Bear currently waiting to see if anybody will surpass him and take the final spot in the finals. We'd like to take this moment to thank you for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.